Hello, fellow diamond painting addicts, and welcome back to Diamond Painting Anonymous. I'm Daphne, and I'm here today with this week's WIP and Chat. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back. WIP, W-I-P, stands for Work in Progress, and this is mine. You are welcome and encouraged to go grab whatever you are working on and work alongside while I chat, or alternatively, you can treat this as a podcast and just listen while I chat. I am so excited. This is my first weekly giveaway. The first week of June is my DP for Pets event. It has started. Everybody has started working. Everyone has filled out the entry form, so thank you for that. I am going to rearrange a bit, zoom into where I'm going to be working, and I will be right back with all of this stuff. Don't go anywhere. All right, as you can see, I am still working on my Fiona Dragon, obviously. This is the kit that I picked out to be my first one for DP for Pets, and that's what I'm going to be working on. You guys hopefully are working on yours. Super excited, but I'm going to save all that for the second half of the video. The first half, as always, is my life update. So, what is going on in my life update? Well, not a whole lot, actually. Let's see. Everyone is healthy and well, so that's good. My son and I got back to walking this week, although we did skip a couple of days. He wasn't feeling up to it. The weather's been kind of weird here, and I think we've both been suffering from some migraines, so that's part of the reason we haven't been walking. But other than that, feeling good. My knee is still doing better. I actually went all the way down the stairs like a regular person with no pain this morning, which kind of shocked me, actually. I mean, my knee has been way better than it was, but not to where I could just go up and down the stairs, pretty normally, and me still having to hang on to something. And yeah, I walked down the stairs like a normal person today instead of like an old person, which was nice. So there's that. Like I said, everybody's healthy. We do have some appointments coming up. My husband has a dentist appointment. Well, I guess all of us have dentist appointment. My son and I have dentist appointments coming up soon too, just our regular checkups. We all know how I feel about the dentist, so knock on wood that we all get good reports. And I don't think I've gotten a bill from her since the last time my husband went in, and he had to have quite a bit of work done. I should check into that before we go so I can pay it off before we have another round of we owe a bunch of money. Yeah, I think my husband had 2 fillings and a crown, or maybe a crown and a root canal. I can't even remember now. But yeah, now that I think about it, I don't think I ever got a bill from her. I should check into that, because I'm pretty sure the insurance didn't pay it all off. So, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, in all of the saga that was our trip to Canada and back, I completely spaced on telling you guys our flight from Newark to Denver could have been very, very interesting. I think I told you guys about the whole thing about we got moved and our baggage and all of that, having to be put in first class because we had tight connections. But we're sitting in Newark. We had a long layover there, and we're sitting there, and this belligerent and obviously 3 sheets to the wind guy comes up to the ticket counter, and while we're all waiting, the plane was there, we were waiting for them to clean off the plane so we could start boarding, and starts harassing the attendant at the ticket counter, telling him that he was mad because he'd gone to the duty-free store and they wouldn't let him buy any alcohol. First he said they wouldn't let him buy any alcohol, and then he said that he'd bought some, but then they confiscated it. So I don't know what was going on, but he was obviously drunk. We were only hearing snippets of the conversation. He was very loud. The attendant was trying to be quiet. They eventually, thought they'd gotten him quieted down. And then shortly after that, a security guy showed up and started talking to him. That made him even more mad. And, everybody waiting to get on the plane is just kind of watching this train wreck. And I'm sitting there, telling my husband, I don't think he's going to get on this plane. And then he starts arguing with them and telling them they can't tell him that he can't get off on the plane, and that if he had too much to drink, he was in their players club and it was their fault for over serving him. and he was going to get on the plane. He had to be in Denver. He had a friend meeting him, and then he started saying that his dad worked for whatever airline it was we were on, United, I think, had worked for them for 30 some years, and they were going to be in trouble because they weren't letting him on the plane. And yeah, it was just a train wreck. They didn't let him on the plane. He didn't get on. Eventually, he had given the boarding pass to the attendant because they wanted to check something. I don't know if they actually wanted to check something or they just wanted to get his boarding pass from him, but they got his boarding pass. And when the security guy showed up, he took the boarding pass. And I told my husband, he's not getting on the plane because if he doesn't have his boarding pass, he can't get on. And I don't think they're going to give it back to him at this point. So I don't think he's getting on the plane with us. And he didn't. So yeah, interesting. I think that's the first time that's ever happened to me. I mean, granted, I don't fly a lot, but yeah, was just kind of, whew. And I was glad he didn't get on with us because I don't think it would have been good if he had. Oh, hubby is finishing up the job they're currently working on. He works as an electrical lineman. I don't know if I think everybody knows that, but anyway, so he's been working the job they had. He's had to drive an hour to and from work every day. So he leaves the house at like 5:15 in the morning and he doesn't get home until 5:30, 6 o'clock at night. And so they just got a new job, which is going to be in a town it's actually the town where my daughter lives, which is only about 10 minutes from us. So it would be so much nicer because he would have a lot less drive to work. And so crossing my fingers that that's going to happen because that would give me almost 2 hours extra a day with him, which would be nice. A little bit less pay because they won't be working as much overtime, but that's okay. I'd be willing to trade that for seeing him a little bit more often. And he would too, for not having to be, we're constantly joking that, we're so old because we go to bed so late at night, so early at night, because he has to get up so early in the morning. My sister will call. She's like, what are you doing? I'm like, I was already in bed. My husband gets up really, really early and we like to go to bed and read and visit with each other and just have a little time to ourselves before we have to go to sleep. And I could stay up whenever I wanted, I guess. I don't work, but yeah, I just like to spend the time with him. I try to do all my diamond painting stuff during the day so that when he gets home, I can just spend time with him because we have so little time together sometimes. That's one of the things I'm looking forward to when we move to Canada is that maybe he'll have a job where he's not working quite so many hours and he'll be home a little more on regular hours. But we'll see. Again, the trade-off for that is that he makes less money. So we'll see what happens. They go on storm work and stuff like that up there too, but I think they do that in Canada less often than they do here. Not sure why. I guess maybe just because here in the U.S., we have enough people that they can just call people in the U.S. and then they don't need to bother calling anyone from Canada. Plus, I don't know the logistics of calling in people. I know he said before when he lived there that, they would go on storm work in New England, the East Coast, that kind of thing. I guess traveling to Texas or California maybe is just too, and maybe, people on the East or the West Coast of Canada travel for those storms. He just didn't because he was on the East Coast. Don't know. Be interesting to see how all that works. His job is strange enough, even from jobs here in the U.S. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see how different it is up there. Anyway, we decided against having a garage sale, so we will not be having a garage sale to get rid of a bunch of our stuff, which is fine. But now, because I was thinking we would be having a garage sale, I need to figure out what I'm going to do with all of that stuff. Because, some of the stuff that you'd sell in a garage sale is just stuff. My husband's like, well, I'll just put it on Facebook Marketplace. Well, furniture and stuff, we could do that. But I had what I call my regifting drawer. And it was, stuff that I got for like Teacher Appreciation Week and, just random things here and there that were nice, but that I wouldn't use. And so I just kind of put them in what I call my regifting drawer. Like I got a bottle of wine and a wine glass one year from the preschool's board, which is a very nice gift, but I don't drink. So I wasn't ever going to use it, so I just saved it. Eventually gave it to one of the other girls at work because she liked to drink wine, and I hated to see it go to waste. But like, wine glasses and just little tchotchke type stuff that I'm not going to use, that I was like, well, I'll just put it in this regifting drawer. Well, I've regifted some of it, but not all of it. And now what do I do with it? And it's not stuff that you can put on Facebook Marketplace and things like that. So I think I'm just going to make some trips to the thrift store and make some donations there. I still have plenty of books to give to my daughter to take to the secondhand bookstore. Some ones that I think that will have good resale values. Maybe she'll get more than just a couple of pennies for them. I have most of the Harry Potter, if not all. I thought I had all once upon a time, but I think the last time I looked, I had loaned one out and I never got it back. So I don't know if I have all of them, but all of them in hardback with the jacket covers, the dust covers. So maybe those will bring in some good money. Those should be easily resellable. I have the whole Twilight series all in hardback with the jackets. And then I've got a whole bunch of like Harvard classics that are in brown leather, or I mean, it's probably not real leather. It looks like leather. I got a whole set of those that I'm not going to take. And yeah, just, stuff like that. Some that I can, take to like the secondhand bookstore and stuff like that. And then other stuff that obviously I'm just going to have to donate or, I don't know, somehow rehome. I think I've got a few things I might actually donate to the preschool, but we'll see. That's assuming they want them. That's not a guarantee either. Some random stuffed animals that I've had floating around forever that I don't need and don't need to take anywhere. Speaking of my daughter, her phone was acting up again. She's had issues with it, she said, since she got it, that it will not, she has an extra SIM card, not a SIM card, an extra storage card in it, because she plays a lot of games on her phone and stuff, and it won't save to that storage card for some reason. So my husband, big old softy, was having issues again, and like she was using it and it just randomly shut off on her and wouldn't turn back on. She eventually got it restarted, but I just said, yeah, given all the other problems and everything else. And we moved her, so my husband took her and bought her a new phone, and we moved her onto a new plan. She was very concerned about keeping the plan she had because it gave her the ability to have calls to international calls. And I said, well, you don't really need that. And she said, well, I need to be able to call Canada. And I'm like, well, first of all, I think we're keeping our phones, so you should still be able to call us because our plans include Canada as well. And I said, but you only need Canada and Mexico, which is cheaper than their international one because like she's not calling anywhere else. So we moved her to a new plan. That should save her some money, hopefully. She's still trying to find another apartment. I don't know what's going on. The place, she's got two places, one here in the town where we live, and then another one that is in the town where she works, and she can't get anybody to call her back. There's the phone numbers, nobody answers. She just leaves voice messages and nobody ever calls her back. And she's gotten on, the website stuff and left emails about, wanting to look at the apartments and stuff to rent, and nobody's gotten back with her. So I don't know what's going on. I told her you'd think people who have apartments to rent would be anxious to rent them out so that they're making money instead of just sitting empty, but what do I know? And have you guys had any problems with this? We have had an invasion of moths. Our front door, we have a screen door, and the gap between the screen door and the actual front door is the screen door was not installed very well. It was here when we got here and we just have never fixed it. And so there's a gap. And for whatever reason, the week we were gone in Canada, moths decided to take up residence. And every time you would open the door, it looked like a scene from The Birds, except with moths. And, literally I would open the front door to go outside, and there'd be like 20 moths that would fly up and be in your face. They're moths, but it still scared me. So I was opening the door. I'd open the front door, really quickly, and then open the screen door and then slam the front door shut and let them all fly away before I would go out the front door just to check the mail or whatever. It's kind of weird. So once we got back, my husband sprayed the door and they seem to have moved on, but it was just really weird. Like, we've lived here for 10 years and we've never had that happen before. I mean, we get the occasional moth, but not 20 of them taking up residence in the door like that. It was just weird. Let's go on to my diamond painting update. So like I said, this is the first WIP and chat for DP for Pets. So exciting. I spent quite a bit of time going through all of the entries, everybody filling out the entry form and entering everybody's names into my little random wheel so that I could draw for the first weekly drawing. Gosh, there were so many of you. So a huge thank you to all of you who are participating. I'm super excited and can't wait to see how it goes. I'm so looking forward to seeing everybody's progress pics. If you post pics, you can do it on Instagram. Just make sure you either tag me at diamondpaintinganonymous or you use the hashtag DP4Pets2023, and I will be sure to see it because I really want to see what everybody's working on. And then if you're going to post it in the Facebook group, which I'll try to remember to include a link for that down below. The Facebook group is really growing, so that's been great. Post it in there. And again, you can either tag me or just use the DP4Pets2023 hashtag. I do check the group every day, so I should see it if it's in there, but I will definitely see it if you tag me. So, because like I said, I just love to see what everybody's working on. So yeah, make sure you do that. What am I working on besides this one? I'm working on this one, obviously, and I am working on my rainbow paint gem mini set. I gotta say, I love how some of them are turning out, but ooh, there's some frustration there. And I think I'll save that for when I do the post-completion review of those. I want to do the rainbow mini set for Pride, and then I also want to get to my doggies mini set for DP for Pets. So we'll see if I make that. I also have, if I get through the rainbow set, I also have another rainbow canvas that I want to get done for Pride. So lots of projects going on this month. However, I will say also that projects are going much faster than I thought they would. So I'm hoping, given that things are going faster than I thought, maybe that means that I will be able to finish all the things that I wanted to in June, and then maybe some extra. I definitely want to finish this particular kit. I want to finish my Paint Gem mini set, both the rainbow and the doggies set. And I want to finish that other canvas that I had set out for Pride. Now, if I get to all of those and I still have time left in June, then I might do Summer with the Masters. I had my dates wrong. I would swear that the first time I did Summer with the Masters, it was July and August. So I don't know if the dates moved or I'm just confused. But anyway, I guess this year it is June 1st through July 31st. So it's going on at the same time. And which actually made me feel better because I'm doing the Mooka giveaways. So maybe this way, you know, if somebody's going to win the weekly prizes here, that means you have the whole month of July to work on the kit that you might win if you win. And then you can, you know, participate in that event as well, which would be great. I think it's a great event. I've done it the last 2 years. I don't know if I'll get to it this year, just because, yeah, like I remember it being not the same month as DP for Pets, which is why I had time to do it. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know. But anyway, I don't know if I'll get to it. The 2 kits that I want to use for that event are both pretty big, and they're both Mookas, which is great. I would love to do them, but that means if I do one of those, then that takes time away from my artist series goal, which I really want to make. And since I've already done 2 of Mooka's, but I just love his artwork. I was actually looking yesterday, and Diamond Painting Shop has some new Mookas. She's got, they're his, what were they called? Oh, I can't remember what they were called now, but it's like another time series. So like I've done summer and I have another one because he did summer, spring, winter, autumn. But I think this one is like morning, noon, afternoon, evening, something like that. I think it's times instead, but they were both really amazing. But I know they're going to be big because they have to be big to do them justice, and I would really love them, but I don't have time for 4 more mukas right now, but they were so pretty. I might go back and get just one. We'll see. All right, so let me take a pause here. Okay, guys, it's time for our drawing. Let me see if I can get it to focus there. This is my week 1 giveaway. Everybody's names. I had so many of you. My wheel is so full, but let me spin and we'll see who the winner is. So, everyone, the first winner is Vicky Lala. So congratulations to Vicky. Vicky, make sure you contact me via email. You can find my email address down below, diamondpaintinganonymous@gmail.com, so that I can get your mailing information from you, and I will mail you one of the first Muka kits. I have included some other things, so congratulations, Vicky. Okay, so congratulations to the winner. I'm actually really excited about these. Like I said, I wanted to give the Mukas away because I wanted to give people a chance that maybe didn't have it to participate in Summer with the Masters. Yeah, like I said, in my head, it started in July. So, but hopefully this will work out. You know, I'm going to be doing this all 4 weeks of June, and hopefully it doesn't take too long to get there, which means that, you know, in theory, you should have at least a couple of weeks to finish it. And I mean, I don't know if you'd be able to finish, but I don't know, is a finish required for Summer with the Masters? Or is it just participation? I don't know. I don't follow all of them close enough because I'm not participating for prizes. I don't follow the rules close enough to remember all of that. Or remember the dates clearly, obviously. But anyway, so hopefully that makes someone's day. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to share my love of Muka with other people too, because I really love the Art Nouveau style. I like Muka. Him and Maxfield Parrish, I think, are my 2 favorite. I don't think Maxfield Parrish is really considered Art Nouveau, but I like his style. Would love to have. I need to do a custom of Maxfield Parrish because I don't think I've seen anyone do any of his. Of course, I'm not sure when his came out, so maybe he doesn't qualify for Summer with the Masters. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, so drawing for week number 1 done. Like I said, I have a couple of kits that I could use for Summer with the Masters. But yeah, I think this year I'm going to skip it. Hopefully they'll do it again next year. And then I can concentrate on doing some more kits that will get me through my artist series, because I feel like I'm behind on that and I really want to work on that goal. And I'm also hopeful that I'm going to be getting a lot done this month, which means that will be hours that I can add into my diamond painting goal, my hours diamond painting goal. So plus I'm getting lots of cute kits done. Diamond Art Club is having their anniversary sale. How many of you bought kits and how many kits did you buy? I would love to know. I had money to spend. Unfortunately for me, I didn't really see anything that I just absolutely had to have. There were a couple of kits that I thought, yeah, it's cute, but it's not, oh, I absolutely have to have this one. And because I'm trying to, work through my stash, I think that makes me doubly hesitant to, maybe not hesitant, reluctant, I guess is a better word, to buy new kits, because that just adds to my stash. And I have so many things I'm trying to work through already. We just have so many other things going on. I mean, I would have bought them because they're having the sale and they released, 40 kits. And I thought when I saw it, oh, they're going to be releasing 40 kits. Surely there'll be one in there that I have to have. But nope. I got the Benedict Blue one, which was a new release the week we were in Canada, I think, that was funny. Doing the order, I was in Canada, but ordering it to have it delivered to my house here in the States, which I did successfully with no problem. So that was fun. Okay, I think that's all the Y's in this section. So let me change over to another color. I'm loving the purples in this one. I wasn't sure about doing this one for DP for Pets because I thought, well, maybe I want to do something different, but I'm actually glad that I picked this one. I think it's going really well. I love the purples and the pinks. I wonder how they decide what symbol is going to be what color, since it changes every kit. Like they always have the, you know, black with the white circle be the 310 on every Diamond Art Club kit, but the rest of them change all the time. So I'm curious, how do they decide? Like, how did they decide this particular color was going to be number 4 in this kit? I wonder if the computer decides, it just randomly gets assigned, or if the person who's charting it decides. All these questions. And nobody wants you to know the answer because it's trade secrets, apparently. I don't know what difference it makes on some of these things, but businesses don't want anybody to be competitive, do they? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I gotta admit, I'm really loving all the purples in this, even though I thought it was going to be a pink, but I guess purple is okay. Purple is pretty. I like purple. It's all good. Diamond Art Club and their sale. Yeah, little bummed because I had money to spend and I wanted to get something, but just, you know, like I said, several kits that I was like, well, but if I'm not in love with them, I don't want to buy them. There's a couple of kits over at Dreamer Designs that I would really love to get. There's a what's her name? Romy something. There's one of hers that I really like to get, but it's out of stock. And then there was, I think it's a Dean Russo, I think, but it's also out of stock. So I'm waiting for those to come back in stock before I get those. I guess I could go through my Diamond Art Club wish list and see if there's anything that's back in stock that I had on my wish list, but I don't think there is. I don't remember getting any emails saying, hey, this is back in stock, that I had, you know, requested an email for. And then maybe I should check out Oraloa. I know they've had new stuff come out, new weeks of new kits coming out, and I haven't got anything from them in a while. And they have some really nice kits, so maybe I'll, of course, then I sit here saying this, you know, I've got that money burning a hole in my pocket because I have all that money from my budget left over. I guess I could just save it until Black Friday. Surely there'll be something on Black Friday that I want to get from somebody, whether that's Oraloa or Dreamer Designs or Diamond Painting Shop or Diamond Art Club. Somebody should have something, and then maybe by then I'll have worked through enough of my stash that I won't feel bad about buying more. I just need more hands so I can diamond paint faster. I need to figure out a faster diamond painting method. That's what I need to do. I'm going to do a redo of my tower method testing. I had so many people come and tell me that I really should test it on a kit where there was a lot of confetti, because that was where I would see the time savings and it would be worth it. So I am going to be doing another round of testing. It's going to be a little bit different in that I won't be doing both methods. I'm just going to use the tower method, because I think one of the other things that I did when I did that testing was that I tried to do both methods. I wanted to have like a baseline. And so, you know, I tried to do a strict kind of as one-to-one comparison as I could get, but I don't, yeah, I mean, I can just see in thinking through it logically that confetti heavy kits are going to be the ones where it would make the most difference, because that's where you're going to spend the most time opening and closing and pouring out, pouring back in, etc. And so I think, even though like I said, I really wanted to try and keep it one-to-one, I think I'm just going to do one kit. I'm not going to use both methods. I'm just going to use the tower method, because I think the other thing that I didn't take into account is that, you know, once you kit something up and then you begin working on the canvas, you kind of, however you've kitted it up, whether it's the tower method or containers, or whether you're just working from baggies, whatever you're doing, you learn kind of where everything is and where each color is and all of that. And I don't think I took that into account, because, you know, I was doing it from the tray and I kind of learned where all the colors were. And then when I moved to the tower method, I kind of had to learn all over again. Well, where is this one? And I was not consistent with where I put them back once I pulled them out. And so they were not in a consistent order when I did it. So I think this time, as I do the testing, I'm just going to leave them in, just do the tower and kind of put them in order like I would when I use any other method, because they were not in DMC order, or if they were, they didn't stay that way when I was working from the tray tower. So yeah, I think I made some mistakes and I want to go back and see. So I think I'm going to do my Benedict blue for that tower test because it is very confetti heavy and it's so stinking cute and I want to do that one. I don't know. I might go back and look and see if I've got anything older that would also be on my artist series that I can do instead of that one, since that one's the newer one. I'd rather work on something a little bit older, but I don't know. Oh, and now that I think about it, I do have one that might be confetti heavy. That's an older kit and is on my artist series. So maybe that's what I need to do. I need to go back through and just kind of make a decision. I really want to do the Benedict blue one though, because it's so pretty. I've been talking for quite a while. I think I'm going to call that good there. So let me zoom out a little bit and show you what I've got done. Okay, so you can see I got some more done, not as much as I wanted, but I'm working my way through the rainbow set, and then once I get done with that, well, I guess in between, I'm trying to do one rainbow a day so that I can post for that, and then I will be working on this one in between. But I've kind of was focusing on other things up until now, trying to finish up the other stuff that I was doing. So now that I'm done with that, I can really focus on this one, and it's actually going really quickly. I mean, it is a round, but there is quite a bit of multi-placing. You see where my drills are not straight. Let me fix them there. You guys, I need to stop looking at them because I keep finding, okay, never mind. My drills can be not perfect. That's okay. I am going to be concentrating on this one. Again, thank you to everybody who is participating in the event. I really super appreciate it. Those of you who are making donations, that is so appreciated as well. I'm sure your local shelter will be beyond grateful to get a donation. I will be making mine in, hopefully I have something for you next week, just something that's on my plate and I hadn't got to yet this week. I will try to get to that next week, and I'll share with you my receipt just to keep me honest that I am actually making that donation. I can't wait to see everybody's posts and see all the cute, adorable things that you guys are working on for this event. You have all month to basically fill out the event form. If you want the event form, the entry form will be open pretty much all month. And then, of course, I will open the exit form for those of you who finish. That will open on the 15th. If you haven't already, check out my video about the launch. That's where you can find all of the official rules and bits and bobs in the description of that video. And I think that's it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for sticking around till the end of the video. Before you leave, don't forget to do all the things. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification icon so that you can be informed of future uploads. And as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.